Back, please.
And you can go yourself too.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at 10 of the worst offenses made in court. First up, we have the time a guy threatened a judge.
Roman, stand up.
My foot hurts. I can't stand up right now.
Stand
My
up.
right hand. Giggle.
Stand up, Roman.
Yeah, I swear.
This is BF 140416. Mr. Roman, what is your true and correct name?
Tobias, my first name. That's it. Giggles or Tobias. That's it. Don't call me nothing else.
Samson Roman is present in the courthouse. Is Yasmin Medina present? She is not. At this time, I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Roman. The charges, Mr. Roman, are attempted robbery, second degree. Hey, Mr. Roman, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, you need to be quiet.
You got one more chance, and then you're going to be removed from the courtroom. And that'll be your choice.
Just don't talk. Go ahead.
You're in. All right. You need to leave.
See? I'm gonna murder you when I see you.
Now for the time this convict kept on interrupting his judge.
There are a number of reasons which I will advise you make it impractical.
You're not
This
answering
trial
the
is
question,
scheduled.
though, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, do not interrupt.
That is arrested
Mr.
judgment
Brooks.
if you don't answer the question. That's
So we are
arrested judgment.
here, Mr. Brooks, we are here because you want to represent yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't file the motion.
That's
I'm just
not
merely-
relevant,
just
sir.
merely
The motion is
asking-
before
I'm
me
just
and I'm
merely
going
asking-
to address it.
I'm
Stop
just merely
talking
asking
over
the
me,
question.
Mr.
That's
Brooks.
it. Just merely asking
I
the
need
question.
to get through the advisement.
And I would like to know the answer to the question that
You are
I'm
being
asking.
difficult. You are not listening. You are trying to interject irrelevant factors for this court.
Next up, we have the time an inmate thought it was a smart idea to cuss at the judge.
You're already out on bond. You're already out
Yes,
on
sir. And my bondsman is willing to take me out again on a bond.
That's very kind of him, but that won't be necessary today. Because you're
Well,
not
I'll see
going
you
anywhere.
guys. Well, I'll see you guys in with a lawyer and a lawsuit too.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, bring him back, please.
And you can go yourself too.
Could you bring it back to me, please? Mr. Cologne. Yeah, don't mute that. Could you turn that mic back on for me? Turn the mic back
Suck
on.
my dick. You guys can suck my. You guys can suck. Okay, I'm being
Your bond
dead
on
ass
count $125,000. Your bond
That's
on
no
count
problem.
2 will be $125,000. Your total
How much is my bond?
$250,000. That's
Okay, no
because
problem. I can bond out on that.
You apparently keep violating court orders. You're going to be held without bond.
Let's not forget this moment from the Derek Chauvin case.
We are outside the hearing of the jury. Ms. Hanson, I'm advising you, do not argue with counsel, and specifically, do not argue with the court.
Is the cameras off? Are the cameras off?
No, they are not. We are on the record.
Okay.
You will not argue with the court. You will not argue with counsel.
Mm-hmm.
They have the right to ask questions. Your job is to answer them.
I was finishing my answer.
I will determine when your answer is done.
Okay, well,
And so, do not argue with the court. Do not argue with counsel. Answer the questions. Do not volunteer information that is not requested. The attorneys for the state have redirect. They can ask you questions if they think that certain things were left out.
Coming up, we have the time a defendant was mouthing bad words to the witness.
Observed while filming that Mr. Young was talking and appeared to be making statements to the witness that I was not able to make out the words that Mr. Young was saying. However, it appeared that they were not pleasant words, and his facial expressions were angry, and they were, it appeared to me to be very menacing.
Take a look. This is 18-year-old Darnell Young and 33-year-old Charles Cox, both in jailhouse jumpsuits, listening to witness testimony during their preliminary hearing.
Now for the time a guy lit a joint in the middle of his hearing.
I think we the people deserve better because is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s and 90s.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You've got to go see the legislature to get that changed. You want to fix trial day?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be fun, and then you make another speech.
As the judge works with court employees to schedule a trial date,
May 7th.
Boston decides to take action as he pulls out what appears to be a joint. No one seems to notice until, shockingly, he lights up, and this time it's noticed immediately.
If you remember the Larry Nassar trial, then you will remember this moment.
No, we don't want to swear. We don't want to have profanity. I can't imagine the anger and the anxiety and the feeling of wanting retribution. And if you need to say something to help you, I'm more than willing to let you say something. But in a courtroom, we don't use profanity. But if you have some words that you would like to say, I would like to give you the opportunity to say them.
I would ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon. Would you do that?
That is not how
yes or no?
No, sir, I can't.
Would you give me
that.
1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how our legal system works.
Next up, we have the time a detective was being rude to the judge in court.
You're me for firearms.
I am.
Why?
I am. Because I have that latitude, given the severity of...
What reason is your
Sir.
Why are you standing behind it that you're gonna
Mr. Underwood?
Firearms?
Mr. Underwood, in this court, one person talks at a time.
From the solicitor's office, from the sheriff's office.
You're going to find yourself in contempt of court.
I've already been in contempt.
Okay.
I'm not here, sir.
All right. Are you going to allow me to finish? Constructive possession of firearms or ammunition means you will not have it in your possession. It won't be in the house or the room that you're staying in. It won't be in the vehicle that you're being transported in, unless we're talking about transport by law enforcement. Do you understand that? All right. That's all. You're dismissed. Officer, if you'll remove him.
This following woman really did not care how many days she was getting in contempt.
Telling you can't go home. If you live with...
Whoa, I'm talking. No need you say nothing.
If you live with Mr. McCrae, you cannot return to that residence.
Oh, but how you just gonna tell me I can't go home now?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my house?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in contempt, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going to... You're not... What?
Whoa.
Get back! Get back!
You just said I got 30
days. That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
So what?
90 days.
So?
120 days.
Okay, and?
180 days.
Oh!
Please, quiet.
Get off me!
Next up, we have a guy who has no respect for the victim's family. His lack of empathy gets him 25 to 52 years in prison.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're done.
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got to say. You know, I have never in 23 years approximately ever not accepted a sentence agreement between the parties because it's bargained for, sentenced by the parties. But watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial. And if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there. That's what I'm tempted to do.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe on your way out. We hope to see you next time right here on Talk Center.